Hello everybody and welcome back to Sky Survival Let's Play. Today we're going to actually be doing technical things. We've got a couple technical plans in the working. I'm going to make an auto smelter as well as an automatic chicken farm. But don't worry, I'll explain what all these things are and show y'all step by step how to do them. As far as where they are going, I haven't figured out where the chicken farm's going, but I think the smelter is going right here. It's going to be another one of those like black circles that like protrudes out of this mountain and like comes into the mountain on this side. I might make it 2 stories tall. I haven't quite decided yet. But that's where the auto smelter is going to go. And again, don't worry about the terminology if you don't understand it. I'm going to explain what they are here shortly. And then I think the chicken farm, I might like move like up here possibly. In this area maybe. Because we want it close to spawn so it can actually be activated. But we don't want it too close because it's quite noisy. But yeah, those are the 2 technical plans. Oh, right guys, I've got a space cleared out. I want to grab some iron real quick. I want to take my wood as well. The area I've laid out for the auto smelter, which I haven't completely arranged yet, but the furnaces are going to go on this wall, and this is kind of going to be the building. And of course it's going to have some type of black outline with some type of colorful block in the center. But some of the blocks I need are hoppers and chests and of course I left all my cobblestone, but furnaces. So just go ahead and grab, we'll start with 8 furnaces. I can always add later. But yep, here's, oh man, I crafted all this. It's fine, it's fine. So if you're not sure how to make these hoppers that I'm talking about, it's basically a chest which you make with 4 or 8 wood planks. Then you put the chest in the center here, and you basically make like a V. And there you go, you've created a hopper. Now what a hopper does is it moves items. So if I have a chest somewhere, like this, and I have a hopper into it with another chest stay on top of the hopper, whatever I put in this top chest is going to go through the hopper and end up in this bottom chest. Now you can also add a furnace into this mix, so you can put things into the furnace. But I wanted to show you the components and how to make them, and then of course the furnace is the same as the chest, just with cobblestone, so it's pretty simple to make. You break these hoppers with pickaxes. And then, of course, chests are broken with wood axes. Now, what I'm thinking is we're basically going to have a chest of inputs kind of up here. Like that. Maybe not there. Here we go. Those are going to be our hoppers. They're going to go into our hoppers into furnaces. And actually, I might put these back one. We'll have to see. But our furnaces are going to kind of go underneath them like this. And then we're going to have basically hoppers that come together and run into a chest here and chest here more than likely. And then these hoppers will all run together. These hoppers will all run together. And then last but not least, I want to add switches on these hoppers. The reason for adding switches is I can turn them off so that items won't flow through the hopper. But let me go ahead and make a few more of these. I'm going to have to make a few more chests. But like I said, this is just kind of getting us started. There you go. So now whatever I put in these top chests, which I'll have to put because I can't open these right now. So I'm going to add probably half slabs here. And then once I add the half slabs, I can open them. And then what will happen is the items will get shifted down into the hopper and into the furnace. And then after they smelt through the furnace, they'll come out the bottom and into these 2 chests here. But yeah, let me go ahead and get this all put together, and I'll show y'all how it works. Alright everybody, we're back. We're about to make ourselves some rails. I've kind of got the floor laid out in here. I had to do a little bit of rearranging, but this is where the basically minecart's going to run around, and this will drop the coal into the hoppers, which will then fill these with coal. Then the outputs get shifted to this hopper, which then go into this chest here, and then any items I want to smelt are up here. And then I'm planning on putting levers here, and what this will do is, like, as things are going through the furnace, they don't actually drop out, so I can collect XP this way. But yeah, let's go ahead and get the tracks in here. I wanted to show y'all how to make railroads. So there's two types. There's powered rails. Well, two types we're going to be using. There's powered rails as well as regular rails. So the regular rails are just 6 iron on the sides, and then iron in this, or a stick on the inside here, and that makes 16. Shouldn't need more than 16, so we're good there. Then the powered rails are basically the 6 on the outside, and sticks with redstone dust. Yep, and that's the powered rails. I probably only need 6 of these as well, so we're gonna be good right there. Now we do need to power these rails, so I'm going to power them using redstone blocks. So we're going to have a redstone block on one side and then a switch on the other side. So first thing we do, place down our powered rail. Then we come through, oh, I forgot about that. I need to take out, sorry. Need to raise this up 1 block. Probably put another powered rail here, connect it up here, and then right there will be one, and there will be one, and here. Nice, so that should be fine. I should be able to put a redstone block here and there. I'm actually going to raise this up 1 more so it doesn't slant down. Boom, there we go. Alright, so we need a lever, basically, to power this specific rail. So I'll have the chest here. When I want it to run, I'll push that, and it'll send the cart off, depositing all the all the furnace fuel into the furnaces. Then I need a block here. Actually, that won't work. I think I can. Well, this isn't actually powering things, so yeah, that won't work either. So we're gonna have to add one here as well as one here, unfortunately. And let me just drop some things into this chest to make sure they go through. First one did, the second one didn't. Hold on, is that block stopping that from being powered? Let me see. Cobblestone there. Oh, I didn't think about that. It's like if I put sticks here, it gets sucked up and sent to this. Yep, so unfortunately this is gonna have to go, I think, above the rail. I didn't think rails were redstone block powered hoppers, but I guess they do. So then we'll have to change this up just slightly and just put this back in the wall here. Also, if I want to cheap out, I could just do, basically levers. Yeah, let's cheap out and do the levers for right now. I'll always come back and change it later. But now I can put the lever here and do that, and it's powered. Here, powered. Those are all good, and now that should still be active, and then I'll put this redstone block probably here. Well, that's on the outside of the wall, so we actually don't want to do that. But we can put it above it. Yep, that'll work. Then I think I want steps kind of going up to the input chest here. I don't think this is what the floor is going to be made out of, but for now I'm just going to leave it alone. You can always come back and change it later. And yep, that's where my minecart will go. So to make a minecart, it's basically just like a boat pattern, but out of iron. And then to make it a chest boat, I need a chest and a minecart. I was about to say, I know I got chests somewhere. And then if I just put the chest here and put the minecart here, there we go, we got a minecart with chest. Alright, I'm going to sleep real quick, and then we'll go back over to the auto smeltery, and I'll kind of show you how it works. Let's get some stuff to smelt real quick. I need a few more sticks. And do I have coal? Yes, I do. Nice. And then we can take all this as well. Alright, so show you how this works. You have your input chest here, so this is where you put your coal. Maybe, if I can get in. There we go. You put anything you want to use for fuel. So if I want to use wood for fuel, I can put that in here. I can use the coal for fuel. And then I'm going to send this on, and it's going to go around slowly. But it goes around. I might have to add one more powered rail. But, I mean, it's working. Anyways, if you go to all the furnaces now, you'll notice that they're all getting filled up with the wooden blocks. And then let's go ahead and make ourselves a couple more levers. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll need 4 in total. Yep. So we're gonna put one here, one here, and lastly one here. I'll make that look a little better eventually, but what this is gonna do is when they're powered, then items won't flow out of here. But then the next thing is we'll just kind of put the items in that we want to smelt. This is gonna be my kind of XP. I think these singles are gonna be my XP ones for right now. And then what happens is the hoppers take things out of the chest and deposit them into the furnaces. And then right now it's not going out because I've got this flip. But if I flip this and flip that, you'll notice that there's no longer items here. But then in the ones that I have, they're still. So this is for my XP. So when I want to get XP from smelting things, I can just flip these levers. Right now I'm just kind of do bulk smelting. So yeah, there we go. And then let's go ahead and put some of those nether bricks in there as well. Yeah, and that's basically it. I do need to add like one more rail here, powered rail, to make this thing go a little faster, but I've got a few more, right? Yeah, I've got 2 more. So what we can do, wait for this to come back. Alright, and then when I want to stop the chest, I just do that. Sorry. Just do that, and then when it comes back around, it'll stop, and there you go. Now I'm going to add a couple more powered rails here and here. Hoppers are going to suck these up, but I need to get them out so it doesn't break the system. And then luckily, these rails can just run off of the power I've already got here. This power can stretch 8 blocks in either direction. So yeah, we're good to go, and that should still... If I do that and go through, it should still add. Yep, it's adding more to the ones that need it. And yeah, there we go. We've got our system. I might do one more powered rail here. Yeah, I can make one more real quick. So again, 6 on either side, redstone in the middle, and stick on the bottom. Sorry, stick in the middle, redstone on the bottom. I've seen it work the other way, but it does not. And let's go ahead and stop that, so when it comes back, it'll stop. Boom. And put that there. There we go. And you know what? I think I'm just going to go ahead and power all of this. Now, unfortunately, powered rails can't go around corners, so you have to use the regular rails on corners. But yeah, there we go. We've got our powered rails in place now, and everything's good to go. So I'll make this look a little prettier, and then show y'all how to make a auto chicken farm. That's next on the list. Alright guys, here we are in our test world. I just kind of want to show you the design we're gonna make and how it works. As you notice, it fits in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 5 by 5 area. So 7 by 5 by 5. I could tighten it up a little bit if I wanted to, but that's just a general idea. The way it works, and hold on, let me turn these mob sounds down real quick. Friendly creatures down. There we go. Alright, so the way this works, you've got chickens kind of up here, and they lay eggs. The eggs get put into this hopper, and then this hopper puts them into this. This is a dispenser. Now, I've got it on a circuit, so every time, this is what's known as Comparator. It's basically checking this dispenser to make sure an item's in it. So, like, if I put an item in here, it'll keep ticking. So, it'll keep ticking until the items are all gone, and then it stops. And this is just a circuit that creates basically a timer to empty out the dispenser. Then what happens, the dispenser tosses the eggs, the chickens get hatched into this little area here, and then when they grow to an adult, the lava kills them, and what happens is when they grow into adults, the chickens actually get cooked in lava, and then you come out with cooked chicken in the chest, as well as feathers. And once in a while you'll get an egg, but it's not very often. But yeah, that's the design we're going to be going with, and I'll show you how to make all these things on the server once we're actually to that point. But I just wanted to show you the design we're going with. I don't know who originally created this design. I'm sure someone did, but I actually figured out this design myself. I'm sure somebody else created this design way before me, but I've been using this design since like 2015 maybe. Maybe 2015 was when I started with this kind of automatic chicken farm. And I was just playing around in a test world, playing around with it, seeing how things worked, and I came up with this. Or maybe it's a little later than that. I'm trying to remember when hoppers were added into the game. Alright guys, I've decided where I'm going to put the chicken farm. It's where I had mentioned earlier, kind of over in this direction. Now, I'm going to do it like right in here. It's pretty far from my base, but it's still within my chunk render distance. And what I mean by that is if I hit escape and go to options and then go to video settings, you'll notice my render distance is set to 13. This is gonna be different depending on how good of a PC you have. If I run like 14, 15, I could probably get away with 14, but if I run like 15 or 16 chunks, my frame per seconds are dropping a little bit. So I stay around 13. I think standard is 8 if I remember correctly. But yeah, I just run it at 13, and what this means is that 13 chunks around me in all directions are loaded at all times. So that's 13 that way, 13 that way, 13 that way, and 13 that way. And then if I move over here, it's 13 that way, 13 that way, 13 that way, and so forth and so forth. But I've decided to put that farm kind of right here. And I thought I'd go ahead and bring y'all in so we could actually build this together real quick, because it's a pretty simple build. It's not too complicated. I know you've already seen the prototype in the testing world, but I thought we could just go ahead and put it together real quick. Now, the way I start these kind of builds is I start with the chest that I want to input things into. So here's my chest. I'm going to input it, say, here. So that's where my chest is going to be input. And then I come out the back with the hopper. This is where the chickens are basically going to sit until they grow up, and then they'll get burned in lava after they grow up. But let's go ahead and outline this in kind of a glass box. And then we need to make a few items. One thing we need to make is a bow. So I've already made one, but if you don't know how to craft a bow, it's basically 3 sticks like this and 3 string like this. You can also click over here and it'll show you what it is. But yep, you'll need a bow. Oops, I didn't mean to craft that, but that's fine. Can save it for another. So you'll need the bow, you'll need the redstone dust, and then you'll need cobblestone around the outside. This makes a dispenser. Now you want to make a dispenser, you don't want to make a dropper. A dropper will only drop the actual items. A dispenser actually throws the eggs. So you want to craft a dispenser, and for that you need a bow. Then we need to go ahead and craft ourselves a comparator, which is just 3 stone on the bottom, 3 torches in this pattern, and a quartz, nether quartz in the middle. We only need 1 of those for this build. And then last but not least is our comparator. And actually I'm going to have to make a couple more of these because I actually need 2 of them for my build. So that's the comparator. If you need to make more redstone torches, it's pretty simple. I didn't show you this because it's an easy one. It's just basically just like a torch, but using redstone instead. And then you put 2 torches on the outside, 1 redstone in the middle, and then your 3 on the bottom. So that are our 2 redstone repeaters. We've got our comparator, we've got our redstone dust, we've got our hoppers, and all our chests, and our lava. Alright, so let's continue building this. We need to go ahead and add the dispenser. Now I'm just going to put a temporary block real quick, just kind of right here, because the dispenser is actually going to be right there facing this cobblestone slab. There we go. And then we need to make our flooring, which I'm just going to make out of cobblestone right now because why not? I've got so much of it, might as well use it. And then let's go ahead and bring in our repeaters. You need 1 going into the back of the dispenser. You need 1 coming off either here or here. It doesn't really matter. Either one would work, or even up there. Connect all this with redstone dust, and then do the comparator coming off of here. Boom. There we go. Now we just want to test this. I'm just going to throw in just a couple of cobblestone to make sure it's working. And it is. All that's getting spit out and put back into this chest here. So that's all good. I don't know why this hasn't despawned. Maybe because this is still attached right here. Let me go ahead and cut this down real quick. Well, I actually don't have a wood axe, so make one real quick. Right now, cutting down some trees to clear space for this build earlier. Alright, there we go. That's all good. Now we need to add another hopper on the top here for the mommy and daddy chickens. And then let's just go ahead and cover this in glass. And then add our lava source right here. And then again, we're going to cover that with glass. Now, you do want to be careful if you've got fire tick on. You want to make sure that this build is not made out of wool or wood. Make sure it's something that's non-flammable, because this lava actually, I think, can go out 2 blocks each way, and up, I think, 2 blocks, and then down, like, 2 blocks as well. So, I think it's like a 5x5 box all the way around this that could catch on fire. So as long as you build outside of that box, you're good. But if you build inside that box with flammable items, they'll eventually burn down, basically. These nether rack blocks are just temporary. They're easy to knock down, so I typically use them for temporary blocks because you just come in here with your pickaxe and knock them out really quickly. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring this up one more level. I will have to get the chickens in here, which is a whole nother issue. I don't want to make that one, actually. Even this one probably would catch fire, so I'm going to actually turn that back to cobblestone. There we go. That'll be my path to get the chickens up here. I've got 2 leads, so once I find the chickens, I can just lead them up here and drop them in this hole, and then they'll lay the eggs, which will then get hit into the dispenser, which will then be thrown into the holding chamber, and the chickens are there to live out their lives until they grow into adults, where they be killed by the lava. But yeah, that's that. I just wanted to kind of do this together and my thinking behind it. I usually, when I'm doing these type of contraptions, I usually always start with the chest, either the input or the output chest, and then either reverse engineer it or straight engineer it from there. But yeah, that's that. Just wanted to show y'all that. Now I'm going to go ahead and decorate this, get the chickens in, and I'll show y'all the finished product. Alright everybody. Wanted to come in here and show y'all that the building is now completed. I've gone for a magenta coloring to give it a little bit of color. I've added windows kind of around and in the top, and these are like windows with pillars on it. I've started kind of laying out paths. They're definitely not going to be this color. I think I'm going to make them out of polished diorite, but I haven't decided yet. Then let's see, over here is the inside of the chicken farm. So we got all that sorted out. I've kind of put a glass floor in here. The reason being is sometimes the chickens will like break free when I come in here to feed them. So it's nice to have everything covered up so that as things kind of happen, chickens will start to grow up, and as I get more and more in there, eventually they'll have a lot of eggs. But I've kind of got a chest here for seeds, just to kind of keep them close by. I haven't done anything on the inside minus the chest here, and I had to add a crafting table, of course. But I'll probably add some like greenery and such, but I'm not going to do too much on the inside because it's more of a build just to kind of house the chicken farm mostly. I might eventually add some chests in here if this starts overflowing. But yeah, that's the inside. I've also got a good spot in here so I can kind of just AFK here and let the chicken farm do its thing. And then yeah, I've started kind of laying this out. I've got a little pond kind of going around half of the build just to add a little color to the area. Since this is a flower biome, I want lots of color and lots of water. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. I've basically got 2 A-frame roofs that intersect in the middle. And yeah, it turned out nicely. But yeah, let me head back to base real quick, and then that might be it for this episode. I'll have to see. Alright everyone, that's gonna definitely be it for this episode. I'm definitely almost out of time, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this video out to y'all. It is Tuesday right now as I'm recording this clip, so it's almost late. But it will be out today. Don't worry, I just gotta do a little bit of editing and then we'll be good to go. So yeah, we got our new auto smelter, we got our new auto chicken farm, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I think next episode I'm probably gonna try to get a proper storage system because my main storage system is overflowing with items, so I probably want to get a proper item system, storage system set up. So I'll work on that in the next episode, as well as probably the nether portal pathway. I don't know if I'll do the building or not, we'll have to see. But yeah, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. This is Dark Skywolf and I'm signing off. So long everyone, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Goodbye.